So how do you create your ideal client profile and then use that to market smart within your business to that ideal client? That's what I want to cover in this video. So again, we need to reiterate that your ideal client profile is your prototype client, but again, before they buy from you. And so one of the easiest ways to learn a little bit more about this is to look at 3 to 5 of your very best clients. So go and filter through your client list. You probably know who these people are off the top of your head. Look at them and use them as your starting point, right? So the top 3 to 5 are your very best clients, the ones you love. Then again, you have to reverse engineer that or rewind and go back to remembering what were they like before they became a client of yours, because their experiences with you now and the reasons that they stay with you or the reasons that they might really enjoy you now or what they're looking for now, all these things that are going to go into your ideal client profile, they're different now because of their experiences with you than before they were trying to make the decision of, are you the business that I want to use? Are you the trainer that I want to use to get the results that I'm looking for? And so you need to reverse that and remember that. It's a really key point. It's something that can totally throw off your ideal client profile if you get it wrong. So what all goes into an ideal client profile? You need to get ultra specific as you go through this. And so we provided you a tool that you can go through and create this ideal client profile. And you do that by answering some very specific questions. Where do they live? How old are they? How much money they make? And I need you to get very specific. You can't answer to how old am I or how old are they, but with 35 to 40. Someone can only be one age. And so you don't have to get this specifically right. If it's 35 to 40, pick 37. If that's your target market, 37 might be your ideal client. Right? So get a gender down, get the age down, get the income down, understand where they live, what they drive, do they have a family, what are their hobbies, what do they spend their time doing, what do they spend most of their extra time doing, are they involved in charitable organizations, do they do anything like that, what are the things that are most important to them, what are their buying decisions. You've got to know all of this about your clients. So go through the entire tool, go in depth, and what I want you to do is once you go through this tool, let it settle for a little bit and then come back to it a little bit later to refine it and continue to build off of it. You'll continue to adapt and understand your ideal client so that you really know what are they looking for, what are the goals they want, what are their biggest frustrations. That's one of the most important things you can understand about this ideal client of yours and creating this profile is what are their biggest frustrations, what motivates them, what have they tried before. When you can start to piece together a profile so it tells a story about your ideal client, you're going to be able to create incredible marketing messages. So then what do? How do you use this profile once it's created to market smarter? So to market smarter, what you're going to do is you're going to read through this profile every time you're creating a new marketing campaign, every time you're naming one of your front-end offers or a challenge, when you're writing an email that is trying to move someone along into your front-end offer, you're going to read through this. When you're writing sales copy, if you write sales copy for a sales page or for your website, you need to look at it through the eyes. Your website, you need to look at through the eyes of your ideal client. Say, does this address the pain and frustrations that they have? Does this speak directly to them? Does this attract them? Is this pricing right for them? You need to evaluate all of your marketing with this. And when you do that, you'll create a very specific message that, again, will attract more of your ideal client. And I need to emphasize a point here is that you're not only trying to attract your ideal client, but when you create a message and in all of your marketing, you're speaking exactly to one person, kind of like I am to you in this video. When I speak to one person, I can connect with them. The likelihood that that message is going to hit home and have an impact and persuade them to take the next steps is much higher than if I tried to use a general term. So if in these videos, if all I did was say, hey, you guys, or all of you out there, it doesn't feel like I'm talking to you on camera, right? Well, when I talk to you, I have a much greater chance of making an impact, helping you improve your marketing. And that's why we're having a conversation here versus me talking to an entire group. You need to think of the same thing when you're designing your marketing plans and implementing your marketing strategy, just like you would with your training programs and individualizing it specifically to that client's needs. So that's how you market smarter with your ideal client profile.